Good evening, guys. Happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Oh my goodness, guys. It still feels like it's way earlier in the week than it really is. Like, yeah, I am also just so tired. Like, I actually slept in late today and I went to bed kind of early last night, so I caught up on a lot of sleep, but then I in turn stayed up late tonight because there is nobody here to tell me to go to bed, and there is no reason for me to need to go to bed because my parents are not here. They ended up going on their sort of anniversary like trip. They've normally gone on one for the last several years now, probably 2-3 years maybe. Like this is either the third or the fourth year, and they've normally done it in May, but I think that there was a lot of stuff that was going on in May, so they ended up moving it to June. So and I think one year maybe they took it like April or something like that. But yeah, this year they ended up going later, much later in June. Well, I guess it's midway through June right now. So they were there or left tonight. Like they left after my dad got back from football practice, which was like 9 o'clock I think, or something like that. And then, like I said, I ended up staying up late. So that is why it's currently late. But they are, again, on their trip, which they'll be gone until Sunday. So I want to say last year they only took like a 4-day trip or something like that. Like it was actually pretty short. But I want to say the year before that, they took a long trip that was like almost a week. Like probably as long as this trip is. So, and then, yeah, I think they have taken probably about 4 trips now, because I'm trying to think of where they've gone, and they're actually going back to the same place that they went. I don't think it was last year, maybe it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but they are actually going to Tennessee. So, and they'll, again, last year, I can't remember where they went last year. Last year, I think they just went to Galena, which isn't that far away, and that's why, too, I think it was like a shorter trip. Like, they just kind of scheduled it, not like last minute, but like, it was just, they knew it was going to be a smaller trip, so it wasn't like that many days either, and it was closer. But it's like a lot of times, too, if you're traveling far away, you want to, like, get as much vacation time as you can. So like the further away that you're traveling, like you don't want to be somewhere and be like, okay, I've spent more time traveling than I actually have at the place that I'm going. So again, I don't know how many hours it is, but they are stopping over in Indiana. I don't know, like a, you know, hotel or something like that, and then going to wherever they're staying at well, they're on vacation. So yeah, which is somewhere in Tennessee, but they're stopping in Indiana for a while, which again, Indiana, it's not that far away, but since they were going at night, they, like I said, left at like 9, so I don't know, they're traveling for like a few hours, then stopping, then doing the rest like in the morning, and then they'll get there. But again, too, I don't even know like when they can get in to like check in or wherever. I don't know even if they're staying at an Airbnb. I never know the information like ahead of time, where they end up, or where they're supposed to end up. But my mom's all like, well, actually, one of the things though, my mom is something, I don't know necessarily what it is, but this morning when I gave Charlie his breakfast, which he might be able to hear me, he did not want to eat. Not like his stomach was upset, he was just sitting and staring at his food, which was really weird for him because he is the type of dog that like he will eat anything and everything and like has no off switch when it comes to food. So it was like really weird this morning seeing him and like not eating his food. So he ended up finishing it, which was fine. Like, but the thing I noticed was that he was eating it, but like he was taking like a bite at like a time, like very small bites. So it almost makes me wonder if he like hurt his jaw, his teeth, or like his throat is hurting or something like that. Because the other thing I was thinking about too was like yesterday, although I swear when we come home, we don't hear the dogs barking, but I genuinely wonder if he starts barking while we're gone and then just like doesn't stop, or if he's whining the whole time or like doing some type of cry. And like again too, like because he sounded a little hoarse yesterday, and I've noticed that a few times now when we've come home that he'll sound like that, and I wonder if he just barks himself out, because when we like pull up in the driveway we can't hear him barking. And then, you know, like sometimes it'll be like once we get to the door then he'll start barking, but like he doesn't like well we're like, you know, pulling up the driveway or like walking up or whatever. So it's not like he's barking the entire time, but I wonder if like, I don't know, the stress from yesterday, or if he was whining, crying, whatever, and over the multiple hours that we were gone, which was weird though because we weren't gone that long. I mean, we were gone for a long time, but my dad came home because he only had like a half day of work yesterday. So then he came home and was like home for like probably only half the time that we were gone. So I don't know if he like, again, too irritated something, but like for dinner, when I gave him dinner tonight, he was totally fine. But he was just, and he hasn't been acting weird, and it's not like it's his stomach that's upset. So like I said, I don't know. I checked his teeth kind of just to make sure like everything was okay, but I don't know. I don't know if he hurt himself somehow. And I'm thinking it's more like something physical, not like, I don't know, like something more like, I told my mom, it was like mechanical with his chewing, then like his stomach is upset and he doesn't want to eat because his stomach's upset. But my mom like made sure, she was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that you get the, you know, the phone number for the vet. And, you know, she's like, again too, if you need to drive, like you can call, because they're also an emergency vet. Our vet is also an emergency vet, so we can take them there if we need to, but they also do just regular, like, you know, and they have all of his information on file and everything. But again too, if there's like something really weird or bad that happens, but you know, and like we have Jack's car so Jack can drive. And that was the other thing too, the last handful of years we haven't had, maybe last year we had a car, but again too, they were gone for such a short period of time we didn't really have to go anywhere. But Jack was even like too, he's like, if we have to go somewhere, like if we have to go drive to, you know, Aldi, which is like down the street, he's like, we can go there, which is why I probably won't have any grocery hauls for you guys this week, because like Meyer, like, you know, we won't get to the store until my parents won't be back until Sunday. And I, again too, wasn't really planning on going with Jack grocery shopping. So, unless there's like, you know, we're like, oh, we're out of milk, which I noticed we were kind of low in milk anyway, but unless there's something like we're really out of, we might just go and, you know, run to Aldi. And Jack was also like, there's like a pizza place near there too. So Jack's like, or I could just run over there and grab myself a pizza too, like if there's not something for dinner or I don't want, you know, whatever. So, that one might also be the plan, like, but because we have a car and Jack can drive, we have access to like go to places and stuff like that. But that was one of the things. My mom made sure that she gave me the information for the vet, and like she's like, okay, an emergency contacts and everything like that. And I was like, I have everybody's number, but you know, like she made sure of that because he wasn't, you know, he was a little weird this morning. But like I said, he's fine since. But yeah, my mom tells me that, but not like where she's going. Actually, I do think that she did send me a text message and a picture now that I'm thinking about it, but I know like the last couple of years, like she hasn't really told me. And no, maybe that's not true. Maybe I just don't pay attention, like, or something like that. But I remember there was one year where she actually printed off the information for the Airbnb and left it with us, like just in case. But again too, it's like, I don't, like, how would we get there, or like why would we really need to know that they were, I don't know. But yeah, like, I mean, like, it's not like, oh, we have to go and call the resort because we can't get a hold of them. Like, if they're in an Airbnb, like, there's no way to get a hold of them anyway. Like, their phones would be really the only way. So, but yeah, anyways. So I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. My voice sounds hoarse too. Charlie, is it just a thing that's going around right now? Like, is that what's going on? Anyways, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.